Hey, what's happening, guys? Curtis back with another review. Today it's actually going to be a comparison video. I've been noticing that since people have been training at home a lot more, that the use of Strongman sandbags in a garage gym has gotten more and more popular among not just strongmen, but actually like other strength athletes, just kind of general strength training. I just wanted to do a real quick video because I had an opportunity to do a comparison video between a Rogue sandbag, a Cerberus sandbag, a Titan Fitness sandbag, a Ludus Imperium sandbag, and a Madfitter Strongman sandbag. Now, a quick thing, all of these sandbags are strongman style sandbags. They're not the handled like brute force style or like the Rogue Fitness ones. There's no handles on these. There's nothing on it to grab a hold of. It's more of like that pancake style sandbag that is used in strongman competitions as well as CrossFit competitions. Tons of awesome use. And again, I just wanted to go over a couple different bags because I feel like there's probably some confusion out there about what bag does what, how they're loaded, how they're put together, and maybe some recommendations on durability. So just as a quick note before we get started, I'm actually going to have to film this on 2 separate days. My Madfitter bag does not actually come in until a little bit later this week, but I did have the opportunity to have this Titan Fitness bag at home right now. This actually isn't mine. This belongs to a friend of mine that's going to be testing it out and using it in his garage gym. But I do have the Rogue bag, which is all the way over there on the right. Now that is the 250-pound Rogue Strongman sandbag. Then I have the 100 kilo or like 231-pound Cerberus Strongman sandbag, a 150-pound Titan Fitness sandbag, and this one is actually unfilled right now. So I'll take out the liner and actually show you guys the insides. And then of course the Ludus Imperium, which if you click up here, I just did a review on this bag and seems like a pretty solid bag. So first let's start with the Rogue bag. So the Rogue Fitness sandbag is kind of I'm gonna call it the benchmark. It's the standard for quality sandbags. That's just my opinion, but there's a couple reasons that's my opinion. One, the material is like a 1000D Cordura nylon. Everything that is stitched on this is triple stitch, and that includes the inside as well. In order to fill it, what it is, it's a Velcro closure. The pile side of the hook and pile is actually on the top, which I know seems weird, but this is kind of nice that it's on the top. All the other sandbags seem to go the opposite direction on this. The reason I like this on the top is because if it does flip off, you don't have an abrasive piece of Velcro rubbing up against your body. Now once you actually get up in here, what you were looking at is a 550 cord closure, and it's stitched all the way up. So this does take a little while to actually get filled up with sand and to actually get secured back up, but what you gain is a more secure closure as well as some increased durability. It has a giant YKK zipper, and I'm telling you, it's like a giant YKK zipper. And then once you gain access to the inside, you have a filler funnel. That is what you will use to actually fill the sandbag. So the sand that's coming out of this right now is actually from when I filled it. I was a little bit sloppy. This is one of the first ones that I ever filled that was my own. I've gotten a lot more particular since then. But like I said, everything in this is triple stitch. It's made in USA. It's got these helpful closures for the hook and pile. That's where your sand goes. When you're done, close it. Folds back on itself. There's a pile side and a hook side. Hook's right there. Fold your corners in. Clean your sand out, which I'll do in a minute. Zip it up. Again, that giant YKK zipper. And then you would lace it up and throw the Velcro closure over the top. This is a little bit different than the Cerberus bag, because the Cerberus bag has, again, this soft side of the hook and pile, just like the Rogue bag up on the top. But instead of just having this closure here that covers up the zipper, it has an additional hook and pile side. So this is a two-sided hook and pile, and then your zipper on the inside. This is actually really durable as well. It's a good design. It's kind of overbuilt, and it keeps it really closed, where this only has one flap to actually keep it down, to keep the zipper unexposed. This has two. This has the 550 cord. This doesn't, but it's got two flaps. Again, a big YKK zipper, if I'm being honest, not quite as big as the Rogue one. But on the inside, you can tell this one I filled a little bit later when I was a little bit more OCD. But it has the same type of filler funnel. It's like going to the beach. So same type of filler funnel. Super heavy duty. But that's where your sand goes, right in there. When we have it filled, close it. Same thing with hook and pile, fold it over. With this one, the inside hook and pile for the filler funnel actually goes the full length, where the Rogue one, it's only about maybe 3/4 of the length. Doesn't really matter that much, but just a small difference. This tucks inside, underneath the zipper. And I've touched on this before, the more of these that I put together, the more I think it's just the more I think that it is, the cleaner that you can be, or the neater you can be, the better the sandbag will be for it. Zip it, Velcro, and you're done. Now for the Titan bag. So I was actually really excited when I was able to get this, because I wasn't planning on reviewing this bag or even showing you how it worked. To be honest, I wasn't sure how it worked. Now, right off the bat, this is heavy. Like, this does not have sand in it, but it is really heavy. It has a zipper that goes all the way around. It is not branded. I don't think it's a YKK brand, and YKK is just known for making solid zippers. Like when you have industrial strength zippers, they always seem to be YKK brand. Now this one, the zipper goes all the way around, kind of on the circumference on the very top of the bag. It has nice branding, like I gotta give them that. It's got nice branding, but my initial impression on this is that the bag itself seems to be kind of a lower quality material. It is kind of a padded though. So it feels like 1000D Cordura nylon, just like the other bags. But it's got like this padding on the inside. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's just kind of a soft padding. And then of course what that weight is on the inside, which is their filler bag, which I'm trying to figure out how to fill. This smells like, you know when you unwrap like an inflatable pool for the first time? That's what this smells like. So I'm thinking that these must be where you fill it. Maybe? Oh wow, okay. So it's like a spanner type wrench. It has like some little slits in there in case it gets stuck, but you unscrew these. And I guess that's where your sand goes. Those are really small little. I feel like this is going to be a huge pain in the butt to fill up. Now it does feel thick. The material itself does feel pretty thick, and you can kind of see a side profile of it here. You can see how thick that material is on the outside of the nozzle. So this bag itself may actually be pretty durable, but just kind of an interesting design. I'm not sure if I would enjoy packing this full of sand. You might want to bring a funnel, bring something with you, maybe have somebody else do it, I don't know. Seems like an interesting design anyways. Now as for the inside of the bag, we have the opportunity, most of the other bags are bags within bags with filler funnels that fill the inner bag. With this one, this is the inner bag, it's a separate item, and so we're actually able to see this inside out. It's nice and soft, I'll give them that. It's nice and soft on the inside, so your sand will be nice and cradled. And I mean, there we have it. It's got a folded over like nylon stitching, but it's all single stitched all the way around. I think the idea is that the vast majority of the pressure from dropping the sandbag is actually taken by the bag and not necessarily by this bag. There is this probably 1.5 inch thick nylon webbing that runs the circumference of the bag, and then a giant seam where it all comes together, and again just single stitched right here. So I would actually, so I've only seen a couple bags come apart, so I've seen a lot of DIY like duffel bags come apart before. Usually it's at the stitching, usually it's at the seam, it's the weakest part. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and guess that this one's going to come apart at. But who knows, it might actually last quite a while. It's only a 150-pound bag. So at 150 pounds, this thing could last quite a while. You could also fill it with maybe rubber material, rubber media, so that it doesn't get quite as heavy. But again, you got to get it into this thing. I wonder if you could fill this with water. Have like a water bag. I don't know. But that's the Titan one. I do know that the reason that the person that owns this bag purchased this bag was because all the other brands actually didn't have any availability. They just were sold out of all the other bags. So they went with what was available, and that just happened to be the Titan bag. I'll be helping them fill this up tomorrow. Go me. And then last, I'm just gonna go over it real quick because I have that full video. And actually, not last, because I still have to show you guys the Madfitter bag. The Ludus Imperium Amazon Sandbag. Get this on Amazon Prime, shipped to you for free if you have Amazon Prime. And we've seen it. Big old YKK brand zipper. Nice, thick zipper here. Open it up. Same funnel type filling system as all the other bags. So this seems to be the industry standard. So this is kind of like, I guess, in between the Cerberus and the Rogue. The Cerberus seems really well built. Everything's triple stitched on the outside, just like the Rogue bag. The actual part that closes seems to be quality. But those are the first 4 bags. Again, when the Madfitter bag comes in, I'm gonna go ahead and record the second part of this video, and I'll see you guys when the Madfitter bag comes in. All right, then, super exciting. Today, my Madfitter box arrived, or bag rather. Kind of cool right off the bat. So most of these things when they come in, so like Rogue boxes come in a box that says your gear has arrived. Cerberus, can't remember what Cerberus came in. And the Ludus Imperium, it just came in an Amazon bag. This is kind of cool. This is unique. Kind of a join or die Madfitter logo. Kind of a cool logo. Pull it out. It comes with a button. That's exciting stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this, it says Madfitter, Heroes Make America. I mean, obviously, I should wear that. Go ahead and put that on real quick. Yeah, all right. Woo! All right, so first impressions on this bag. So we've gone over the Rogue bag, I've gone over the Cerberus bag, I've gone over the Ludus Imperium bag. I've shown you guys the Titan bag, which, taking a quick segue here, talking about the Titan bag, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this out of the frame. All right, the Titan bag. I'm not just hating Titan right now, it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. I don't know how it holds up durability-wise, but like everything was single stitched. So the next day after I recorded that video, I actually went and helped this guy fill up that bag, and there are 2 finger-size holes that you have to fill up that sandbag. Finger-size holes. It's a 150-pound sandbag. Finger-size holes. So we took a cup and I held it for him and basically just poured it into the bag. It was, so durability-wise, we'll see how it does. You never know, it might do all right. But I tell you what, filling that thing was stupid. I guess like if I went and got a funnel, it might be a little bit easier. But even then, so like one of the 2 finger-sized holes had like a flap where it was an imperfection in manufacturing. So there was a flap, and so you would be pouring into that hole, and then all of a sudden the flap is like, nope, I'm gonna close on you, and pop closed. And when it pops closed, the sand just piles up on the outside, and then it's getting inside the bag, which leads me to another thing with it. That liner, I'm pretty sure that that liner that the 150 came with is the same liner that's used for the 200, or maybe even heavier, because about halfway through filling it, the guy I was working with was like, hey, bright idea, let's see if the liner will actually go in the sandbag, and it barely fit. So we had to finagle it in there. It was too big. I'm just saying. So these are version 1 for Titan sandbags. Wait for version 2. It's just like the safety squat bar, just like everything else Titan. But anyways, rewind back to Madfitter. Got my sweet button. Sandbag. All right, so right off the bat, I really like how it looks. It has a grenade, which is really cool. Grenades are badass. Now, it's got the same tag as the Ludus Imperium tag. It has the same stitching pattern as the Ludus Imperium bag. I'm wondering, first impression wise, if it's the same manufacturer. Even if it is, I prefer the Madfitter bag. 1, it's pretty close to me, so it's really fast shipping. 2, it's OD green, and that's pretty awesome. And 3, I can't even count. 3, it's got a grenade. It's got a grenade. So even if it is the same one as Ludus Imperium, I like this one better. I guess Spartan helmets are okay too. Open it up, it looks exactly the same. So that same 2 inches total, so 1 inch on each side of the pile side of the hook and pile. And then the big old hook side. It's got that brand name YKK zipper in there. Open it up. I'm telling you, this has got to be the exact same. So I'm pretty sure this is the exact same bag. Same design, bag within a bag. And when we pull it out, double stitching that's been doubled over on itself, running throughout the inside. And then triple stitching up the side. See if I can get a good shot of this. Triple stitching up the side right here with a lot of fold over. And you can even see both layers of the sandbag. So this material reminds me a lot of, it's the exact same as the Ludus Imperium material, but it reminds me of just like a normal duffel bag that you get at like basic military training. Feels about like that. Anyways, I'm gonna fill this one tomorrow. It's pretty much the exact same design. Click the link right up here. Watch the Ludus Imperium review. I'm guessing that this one is going to be really, really close to the same. But again, it's owned by a veteran. I think it's actually owned by Active Duty. On the website, so the website is a little bit meh, but it's pretty cool. They got like this Hero Wraps program as well. I was thinking about sending some of my old uniforms in. All right, so I mean, yeah, that's it. Same. It seems like the exact same design. I'm super excited to get this thing filled up. But my first impressions, based mostly off the Ludus bag. I keep on pointing at the Ludus bag over here. This is probably a solid bag, just like the Ludus bag. It's definitely affordable. Now, they only go up to 150 pounds, which is probably good looking at the construction. It looks pretty solid, but still not quite as solid of material as the Cerberus or the Rogue bag. And again, I'm just basing that off feel. I don't actually know, I'm just basing that off how it feels. So it feels relatively thin, but everything looks to be in really good condition. There's no strings, nothing really wrong with it. Seems like a solid bag. Curious to see, I'm really curious, like I wonder if these are the exact same manufacturers, and when they order their pattern, they just make it in green, which is awesome, or what. But that's the Madfitter bag, the Madfitter pin, and of course, Some awesome Madfitter packaging. I'd have to say, probably go off and support those guys, especially if you're looking for lightweight sandbags. All right, so I've shown you guys the Rogue bag. I've shown you the Cerberus bag. Really, between those two, that's where the king of the sandbag is going to go ahead and lie. Just based on my personal opinion between using the bags and reviewing them in this video. The Rogue one, it's really solid quality construction, so really good construction everywhere. It's got the 550 cord over the zipper so that it pulls the zipper in and all the pressure's on that big YKK zipper. The material just feels heavier weight. I don't know if it is or not, but it feels heavier weight. And it also doesn't feel slick. Oftentimes with nylon, it can feel kind of slick on the outside. The Rogue bag doesn't have that feeling. The Cerberus bag, same thickness type of material, like it feels beefy, it feels thick. It's just got a little bit more of like a slick feel to it. And when I say slick, I'm not saying it's gonna slip out of your hands. I'm just saying if you rub it on the side, the Rogue bag feels like it's got some cotton in it maybe it's a blend. And the other bags just feel like nylon. Between the Rogue bag and the Cerberus bag, I actually like the Cerberus close-up better than I like the Rogue one. Now, the Rogue one's nice with the 550 cord holding the zipper together, but I really like the double flap design that's incorporated into the Cerberus bag. I think it's a little bit easier to fill. And on top of all that, so the Rogue bag comes in black, and I kind of like the red of the Cerberus better. I also think that Cerberus got the branding a little bit better as well, having their little logo, their Cerberus dog logo, going around the side, as well as Cerberus across the top. That red and black looks really good. Not to say that the black Rogue bag doesn't look like a solid piece of kit. It definitely does. It's got the Rogue branding on it. It's just kind of, I don't know, boring. So between the two, I'd say that the Cerberus and the Rogue are basically which one are you more of a fanboy of. So personally, I'm more of a Rogue fanboy. I think that a lot of you would probably call me out for that. And so for the heavier bags, I might go with a Rogue bag, or I might go with the Cerberus bag. It also depends on what kind of weight that you want it to be. The Rogue bag comes in even intervals of pounds, so it comes in like 200 pounds, 250 pounds, 300 pounds, 350 pounds. It comes in freedom units. The Cerberus bag comes in kilograms, which are like freedom units, but wrong. And then of course, the Ludus Imperium and the Madfitter bags, I think that they're the exact same bag. Limited in options, so if you're new to the sport of strongman or you're more into CrossFit, those bags might be more up your alley. A lot of CrossFitters do like the bag over shoulder exercises for repetition, trying to get that conditioning in. So maybe these bags are good for you. Again, the Ludus bag available on Amazon, but Madfitter, theirs ships really quick, and you're supporting US owned. I'm not sure if I doubt it's US fabricated, I don't actually know. But you're supporting a veteran, which in my book, if I have the option between two exact same products, one's veteran owned and one of them is not, I'm going to choose the veteran owned business, but that's because that's what's important to me. So tell me what you think in the comments down below. Rogue bag, Cerberus bag, Ludus Imperium, Madfitter. I know there's other sandbags out there too, so is there other stuff that I've missed? Comment down below. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I do take a lot of time to make them, so when you comment, when you like, when you guys subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out. So please do that. You can click here to subscribe to my channel, or you can click over here to watch either a training video or some other video I've made. I'll just go ahead and have it to be whatever YouTube thinks is best for you right here. So go ahead and click that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.